Hey there, this is Will Taylor, and well, fancy a glimpse into the private life, the life behind all the IOS training, NEBOS training, all the video e-learning and the crazy YouTube channel. Well, it's been a funny old week. I had to take my daughter out of nursery due to safeguarding concerns. It was pretty tough actually. The staff have been showing my daughter erotic and sexual images. Specifically in a book, there were pictures of men wearing what I could only describe as leather bondage gear, BDSM, sadomasochistic type stuff. Specifically leather straps and molded leather cod pieces around their crotch. And they were semi-naked in most other ways. Lots of straps, lots of studs. Basically, like that movie Police Academy in the Blue Oyster Bar, like that, in a kid's book targeted at, kind of like 3 to 5 year olds. The book is in the context of Pride celebrations, so it was showing a gay Pride march. And I've been to many a gay Pride march, to be clear, because the nursery staff, when I raised this, they just thought I was being a bigot. I actually had no issue with my daughter being showed a gay Pride march. I volunteered at Pride events, and I know what goes on, and I know that some of the stuff that goes on at those Pride events is not age appropriate for kids in nursery, and I'm cool with it generally, but I'm not cool with my daughter being shown images of men with leather cod pieces molded around their crotches. Now, when I showed these pictures to the nursery staff, including the designated safeguarding lead, well, I was quite surprised at the reaction, because they'd said the images are perfectly appropriate. They're age appropriate because here's the thing, a child would not perceive them to be erotic. A child would not perceive it to be sexual because they have no understanding of such things, and therefore it's okay. And I thought, are you absolutely freaking mental here? There are lots of things which I'm not going to mention. Lots of things I could show a child that they would not understand. Lots of things that you would not show a child. And they would, because, for all kinds of reasons. But, I wouldn't show them something horrifically violent. I wouldn't show them anything pornographic. I wouldn't swear in front of them. And it really doesn't matter whether they know what the swear word means or not. I just would not do it. It's not age appropriate. I wouldn't show them porn, whether they get it or not. It's not age appropriate. So, whether the child understands or not is really irrelevant. The child is not the arbiter of what is age appropriate. The safeguarding trained adults are. So I went into the nursery concerned, addressed it with the staff, and then became way more concerned. Because now I've got the staff arguing with me, not just the manager, but also the assistant manager, and also another member of staff, all safeguarding trained, and all arguing that it's just dress up. And it's completely innocent. Like, why would you want to put that picture in a book? Like, what purpose does it serve? It's not age appropriate, but even if it were, like, what are you trying to do? Anyway, they argued and they argued. Then when I said I wanted to raise a safeguarding concern, the designated safeguarding lead stormed off, offended. She said, I am very offended, stormed off, upset. I'm trying to raise a safeguarding concern here, and she's storming off upset. Now, I've worked in education. I've worked with vulnerable kids. I've volunteered with some very vulnerable kids. I volunteer for kids now, still today, every Friday. If someone raises a safeguarding concern to you, you don't storm off. You stand and you listen, and you ask questions, and you hear it out, and you have to document it and report it. And raise it. She storms off. Eventually she comes back and I ask her, who's the designated safeguarding lead? And she says, me. She says, okay, well, I want to raise this as a concern. And given that you've stormed off, and given that you're offended, and given that you think this image is okay, don't really feel comfortable raising the concern to you. Give me your safeguarding policy and procedure, please. And give me the contact details of someone that I can escalate this to. She wouldn't give them to me. She said, I'll raise it and there'll be a meeting. I said, no. That's like, That's like if a police officer had committed a murder and you're reporting the murder to that same police officer who did it. Like, no. So I want to escalate it to someone above you. Can I please have a copy of your safeguarding procedure with the contact details of the people who own this place? Wouldn't give it to me. Took me 3 attempts. And in the end, I just had to say, listen, you've got it because Ofsted could walk in here right now and ask for it and you would have to provide it. So I know you've got it. And it's not confidential. Give it to me. Eventually, she gave it to me. And another member of staff gave me the contact details and email address that I could email my concerns to. You probably want to see the images if you're curious about this. I'm not going to put the images on. You can Google them if you like. The book is called Grandad's Pride. Yeah, you'll find the images online. The UK version is actually toned down. The US version is even worse. It has pictures of men in leather cod pieces groping each other and snogging. That's way worse. But the UK version is bad enough. Though, here's the thing. I'm absolutely fine with my daughter and my kids being taught to be respectful and tolerant and kind to people of all backgrounds and temperaments and situations. We need more kindness and tolerance and all of that. It doesn't mean we have to agree with each other. No, not at all. But we should definitely treat people with respect and dignity and all of that. Where I draw the line is when I've got adults showing my kids sexual images, erotic images. That's where I think we all draw the line. Now, here's the thing. So I think the staff were well-intentioned. The staff are very, very keen on promoting equality of the LGBTQ plus community. And fine. They're very passionate about that. But there's a line that must not be crossed. And I think if activists cross this line, you're going to lose a lot of support from people like me. People like me who are very much live and let live and do your thing. And I've been an ally of that community for a very, very long time. A very long time. Do not try to sexualize my children. The moment you do that, I will not be an ally anymore. You got it? There's a line there. Don't cross it. We live and let live. And I'll happily support you in every other way. The moment you do that, we're not friends anymore. Anyway, just a shout out to parents. These so-called culture wars are not just some internet myth. I've been reading about these a long time, these culture wars. Like, where are they? It's just some fringe thing on the internet. No, it's in my nursery in Hull today. This week I found myself on the bloody front line of the culture wars. And it's preoccupied me a lot, as you can tell. And I've got better things to do than protect my children from what I can only describe as, I don't know, well-intentioned activist, borderline groomers. Strong words maybe, but then maybe I've gone too far with my words. But I'm a father and I love my kids and I would like to protect them and protect their innocence. And I don't want sexual erotic stuff planted in their brains at the age of 4 years old. Forgive me if that's wrong, but they're my kids and that's my predicament. And as long as we can toe the line on that, when we can live in peace and we can be friends and I'll love you. The moment that line is crossed, then Will Taylor starts posting aggressive videos on the internet. Anyway, I'm going to go back to work now. If you got any hate, keep it to yourself. I'm not interested. If you want to send me some love and support, drop me a comment, give me a like. Hope you have a wonderful day.